welcome back to my channel. My name is Misa if you are new here, and I'm crazy about helping you enhance your foundation routine, and today is no different. Today we are going over, oh there it is, the Milani 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. So that's interesting. I wonder if you can actually just use this as a concealer. I'm sure you could, but we are going to do an application, a wear test. I will go over ingredients at some point just to see if there's anything alarming that we should avoid, and we'll see if this foundation is worth the purchase. So if you're interested in any of that, go ahead and keep on watching. Started. So I've been watching this YouTuber, I'll have him linked down below. Well, he's a makeup artist, an amazing makeup artist, and you should see how much he hydrates the skin before he goes in with foundation. It's insane. And then he does these facial massages. Yeah. I am using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. If you are watching this right now, the Sephora sale is going on, so now would be the time to pick that up. It goes like this and massages your chin. Very interesting, but his makeup is just gorgeous. This has been out for a really long time. Finally, I got it. I'm so excited to try it out. My shade is this shade Sand Beige, at least I hope it is. I have a medium skin tone with neutral undertone, but I'll have all my coloring information down in the box below. All this really says is that it's the dispenser is supposed to be pretty awesome. Like, this is medium to full coverage and it's supposed to have a natural finish. It's $9.99. I got this it was on sale during the fall haul event, but with Ulta you can almost always get these drugstore products on sale. Go ahead and see. It is our lucky day. Do you want to know why? I finally washed my makeup brushes yesterday. It took me over an hour, but it's done. And now we can do half with the sponge, half with the foundation brush. Let's start with the brush. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. So that is kind of what it looks like. Let's do the brush on this side. Yeah, that's like a good match. It might be just a smidge darker, but I kind of like that. It's definitely a thicker consistency. This is definitely has more pigment, which means more coverage. Definitely a thicker, creamier feel. All right, that's one layer with the brush. This has no excuse me. This has no product on it. So far what I'm noticing is it was really easy to blend out with a brush. I do feel like there is a little bit of luminosity. It's not going to be there for long though. I can already feel it drying down. I feel like this will be a foundation that you won't have to use a setting powder with, which is great if you have dry skin. So we can just keep that hydration going on. Definitely a medium coverage right now. Look at this. My freckles are still showing through, which I don't mind. I'm not going to build it up. I don't want this to be heavier. I would just go in with a light hand because this is a thicker formula, and I can just only imagine if you apply too much, then it is going to look really heavy. But let's go ahead and go in with the Beauty Blender and kind of see. See, look at that. It pretty much has like no give. It doesn't even run down your hand.
Can't be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. But every time we say goodbye.
Okay, and that was the sponge. I definitely feel like the sponge always applies more of a lighter layer and just looks a little bit more natural. So, but I actually feel like the only spot that you can really tell the difference is right here. Definitely seems more lighter weight right here. But overall, both the brush and the sponge did a good job, so I'm not upset there. You really didn't have to use a lot of product to get a whole once over. Let's go ahead really quick and go in with some concealer. This is the Hourglass, I think it's called the Veil Vanish Concealer. Hourglass, such a great brand. They're just have perfected the complexion, makeup, and oh, I just love it. Except I haven't tried any of their foundations yet. They're so expensive. I think they only have one actually. It's a stick foundation. Maybe they have two. I should do my research. But my shade in this is the shade Beige. Overall, I feel like this base looks really nice. It looks really nice. Do I feel like it looks really skin-like? I don't know. Maybe. It doesn't feel super lightweight, but it does feel hydrating, so we will see. I do feel like we do have to go in and just set a little bit. I know I said we don't have to. I guess it depends how long you let it dry for, but I am feeling like there might be a little bit of a drag if we don't. So I'm going in with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. I love this because it's super lightweight, and I just like to take a small little brush. This is the Jaclyn Hill JH07, and I like this because it just kind of fits right here. And I just tap that product like so. And anywhere where I don't want my concealer to crease. And then just to set the sides, I'm going in with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Luminous Light. These are awesome. Also a great thing to get during the Sephora sale because it just lightly sets, but you get that luminosity. It distributes a really thin layer, and it's just very natural. Just like that. Okay, I'm gonna hop off camera, do the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. All right, this is the finished look. This is what it's looking like. Ooh, it's a good look. I will quickly tell you everything that I used, as well as keep it in the, not comments, the description box down below. First and foremost, I use this blush bar by Benefit, and I use this Hoola bronzer, as well as Gold Rush and Dandelion for my blushes. For my eyes, I went in with this Dose of Colors by Desi and Katie Francation palette. I love this palette. I need to check to see if you can still get it, but this formula is so creamy, and I just decided to do like an all matte look, and I just thought it turned out really, really beautiful. Next, L'Oreal Double Extend for my mascara. Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen. Contour, I've been obsessed with this Kevyn Aucoin contour, and ooh, it's in the shade Sculpt and Medium. I've just really been enjoying that contour powder. I get a lot of questions on my lip combination whenever I use this lip liner. Oh, here it is. The MAC Lip Liner in Soar. I've been so impressed with MAC's lip liners. Like, I've heard about them, but I just never really understood how amazing they are. And I've tried a few lip liners, but this one's just really, I want to get more shades. It just really gives like your lips that extra pop. And then I'm using this ColourPop Luxe Cream Lipstick in the shade What's Your Sign. They no longer make this. It's discontinued. I need to update my lipstick collection. I'm working on it. And then for brows, I switched it up today. I use this Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade number 6 by Benefit, which an exact dupe to this is the Maybelline Total Temptation. I mean, literally, it's an exact dupe. Look at those ends. Maybe you can see it better there. And then I set my brows with this 24-hour brow setter. Highlight, I went in with the Revlon Skin Lights highlight. All this will be lovely. I'm sorry, guys. This isn't a professional setup. I've been kind of thinking about redoing like what my background should be. I don't know. We're moving in a year, and I have like a plan for my filming space and how that will look, but I feel like I need something before that. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Last but not least, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, yeah, it's because I'm testing out this L'Oreal Lumi Shake and Glow Dew Mist. And this is a setting mist from the drugstore. I'm actually making a whole separate video. We're gonna try this out, see exactly how it performs. Overall, I do feel like this oh, there goes my phone. I do feel like my foundation, it looks nice. This is definitely a more heavier coverage. Even though it's medium coverage, I do feel like it's pulling more into the feeling of full coverage. It just doesn't feel lightweight on the skin. The only areas I'm always concerned about is it does look heavy a little bit on my forehead, in between my brows. Granted, I did put concealer right here, so I do expect some of that. But we're just gonna have to see exactly how it wears throughout the day. So keep on watching because I'm gonna do check-in. I'm here for my first check-in, and it is 1:43 I film on my phone now with these check-ins, so I can't like show you the time, but it's 1:43 and I was finished with my foundation at 7:30, so it's been on for about like 5-6 hours. And this is what it's looking like. It's looking pretty good on camera. I always feel like it looks pretty good on camera. One thing that it just looks heavy in person is my only thing. I'm seeing a lot of heaviness in some areas, and I don't know if that's like my concealer or something like that. I feel like I probably need to try a more lighter weight concealer, but the coverage is amazing. I can see this lasting for a good 12-hour day. Definitely a higher coverage foundation, definitely not super hydrating, so I have been going in with a setting mist just to kind of liven it up throughout the day, but that's kind of where we're at. But yeah, it looks pretty good for 5-6 hours of wear. I will check back in a few hours though and let you know how it looks. All right, it is my final check-in for the, where is this foundation? The Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation, and this is what it is looking at like. It is 7:18, which means the foundation has been on for almost 12 hours, which is insane. And I think it's done really well as far as what it looks like after 12 hours of wear with having to wear a mask for a good hour or so of that. The only thing I did notice is it does feel a little bit heavy. It can look a little bit heavy in certain areas where my concealer was. I'm not upset with it at all. I'm going to keep using it, keep testing it out, kind of try a different setting mist with it and kind of see what I think as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great night, day, whatever time it is. Bye.
We all know that it's a lie. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show